week in the UK, Queen's Jubilee week, only 3 days of work, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but there's still a lot we can achieve. So let's have some Monday motivation as well. So what about if I told you that everything in your life is actually working for you? It's actually happening for you. What about if I said that? Everything in your life is happening for you. Now, I never used to see life that way. I used to see life as happening to me. Things happened and I had to roll with the punches and try and understand what was happening and make the best of a bad situation and all the negative things that go around. But what about if I actually said life is happening for you? Things are actually happening for you in your everyday life. It's a very interesting concept. It's actually a very powerful statement to turn that around and actually say, what's the lesson in this? What's happening here? What's going on? What can be the message from this particular person, this particular opportunity, this particular problem, whatever it is, what can actually be the message here? So just for a minute, I want you to imagine that everything in your life is actually happening for you. It's actually working for you. Now, when people used to say that to me, Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, various other coaches that I've worked around, sometimes it would wind me up a little bit. Sometimes I'd be a bit like, what? How's this terrible thing happened? So how's that happening for me or actually working for me? I just saw it as a challenge or something I had to overcome, but I didn't really see it as a positive. But actually, the more I've looked at this and the more I've got a bit older, but the more I've looked at this and the more I've kind of kept going and understood life more and more and more, and the law of attraction and everything else that I teach and share, I've suddenly come to the realization over the last 10 years or so of study and continual study that this is really true. Everything is actually happening for me. It's actually working in my favor. It's showing me lessons. It's getting me to where I need to get to in order to become the huge success that I deserve and you deserve to be. We all deserve to be successful. Every single one of us deserves to be successful in our chosen field, our chosen vocation, what we choose to give, the value that we add, the service we provide. We deserve to be a success. It's just how we do it. So I want you to think about this, okay? My understanding is that everything that's happened in my life has put me onto a different course to get me to a position where I'm now very, very comfortable and extremely happy, and everything's really good. So, but when we say everything in life, we actually have to look at that and say anything that has the power right now in your life to make you bad, sad, glad, mad, bad, sad, or glad, any of those things, if there's something in your life has the power to make you feel that way right now, we have to talk about that, and we have to understand that these things are actually working for you in your favor. Now, tracking back, I can see that in my own life. I get it. I can see it in my own life. I know how that works. And now, everything that happens, I just look, right, what's the next good opportunity? What's the good that's going to come out of this? So let's just imagine for a minute. I want you guys to imagine, those of you who are watching this or watching it on catch up, I want you to start to imagine, would you get mad when things go wrong if you've changed that perspective? If you've changed that perspective, okay? So what if you choose to believe now that all of these emotions that you're feeling are placed in your path as a means to get you where you're meant to be? And you step back for a minute and you look at your journey as 70, 80, 90, 100 years, hopefully, right? But if you look across an entire lifetime and anything you're feeling is for you to learn something, to you to keep going and keep going. If you start to imagine that, even if you don't feel it right now, I'd love you to imagine it. And I'd love you to have a little rethink. So imagine for a moment, would you get mad or bad or sad or glad when things go right or wrong? When bad situations come your way, would you think of them in a negative way? Why is this happening to me? Would you get really disappointed by what you perceive as a setback or a failure? Honestly, I don't think you would. Now, I was learning this information. The only reason I learned it was because of incurable disease and bankruptcy in my 30s that I suffered. But actually, once I started to learn these things and I started to put them into practice, by the way, you can't just, people say knowledge is power. No, it isn't. Knowledge is not power. It's the application of the knowledge that's the power. So learn something, put it into practice, see the result and go, yeah, okay, I get it. That's powerful. Taking action, with the knowledge that you learn is the power. So I don't think you would be disappointed by any setbacks or failures if you could change your mindset to that perception. Your perception would change, right? So when your perception changes, you would see things in a completely different way. You would have discovered that life does not happen to you. It absolutely happens for you. It is very, very empowering, this information. There's an author, Byron Katie, puts it this way: life is simple. We do make it, I'm saying this, we do make it more complicated for ourselves quite a lot of the time. Life is simple. Everything happens for you, not to you. Everything happens at exactly the right moment, neither too soon nor too late. You don't have to like it, but it's easier if you do. And that's true. I get a lot of people going through grief, and grief is a very, very real emotion. It's a loss. It's a loss. It could be a loss of anything. It could be a loss of a person, loss of job, loss of status. It could be a loss of anything. Going through grief is a really important process. Me personally, my grief recently was losing Bob Proctor, an incredible mentor to me. I went through the 5 stages of grief in 16 hours. Not because I'm amazing, but because I just went through the 5 stages of grief very, very quickly. And I accepted what happened. So when you have a perspective that life happens for you, stop fighting. You stop fighting anything that can bother you or has the power to bother you. You stop fighting it. Fighting anything doesn't work. Simple as that. Humanity, most of humanity is taking a nightmare pill, thinking they have to fight for things. You don't have to fight for anything. You really, really don't. You have to just learn to accept. So accept, although things might not always go exactly as you've planned, there's always something better coming. There's always something better around the corner. You can breathe, you can relax, you can accept, and you can live an easier, simpler life knowing that everything happening is happening for your good. It's a really great vibration to get yourself in. Once you're in this vibration, everything just flows. Life just gets easy and easy and easy. You know, I got some negative reviews. I get some haters online. I get people that don't like me or what I'm doing and stuff like that. It's okay. It's okay. You know, if you can understand that everything's happening for your good, that's okay. So think about and apply this to your own life, right? Now, I know it might seem easier said than done. I get it. Yeah. Oh, it's easy for you to say. Okay, fine. It takes time. It takes practice. I've been studying self-development and myself for 17 years. And I absolutely love you, me, the world. It's incredible, this world. Yes, there's some negative energy. Yes, there's most of it end up on the news. Yes. I'm going to start a little campaign soon just for everyone just to go on a negativity fast. Go on a negativity fast. Stop watching and feeding into that machine of negative energy. Yeah, you do not need to be a part of that. You do not need to be a part of that. Okay. So again, remember that perspective. Everything happens for you. Everything I'm experiencing throughout the lovely weekend I've just had is happening for me. You can live easier. You can live simpler. Now, it's completely possible to do this. It might seem easier said than done. It is possible. It is completely possible. You must take control of your thoughts. Okay. By doing so, you'll feel absolutely free and uplifted. Knowing although there might be challenges around the corner, when they happen, it's part of a bigger plan and your thoughts become your destiny. So whatever you choose to think, someone said to me on a coaching call recently, Dave Mahoney, if you're watching Dave said to me, what is destiny? I said, something you create. And the reason you create it is you create it with your thoughts. Your thoughts become your destiny. So choose your thinking and then set your destiny and get on there, get out there and do it and make it happen. Okay. It's very, very important we all understand this. Don't fight with life and don't fight with yourself, especially around what you can't control. There is no point. It's a waste of your energy. You only have a certain amount of energy in the day. So don't fight with life and don't fight with yourself. Understand what you can control, which is your thoughts, and then go for it and learn and grow and make things happen. So learn to accept things, right? And decide what you can and what you can't do about certain things. I accept everything. It is what it is. And then I do my best to guide and grow myself and other people, of course. So as you do, hold on to the idea, no matter what's going on in your life right now, what lays within you is a greater power than any obstacle. For me, disease and bankruptcy in that order, and I've survived them, come out the other side. And so now I'm like, right, okay, so whatever you're going to throw at me, life, it's okay. I can deal with it. I can deal with it. And I know there's so many people watching this right now that will have the same kind of thoughts and feelings and vibrations because you're my coaching clients and we're working together in that way. There's lots of other people that won't be doing that and they might be struggling. And at the end of the day, life doesn't need to be a struggle. Stop fighting and start accepting, and you're going to get to a much, much better place, right? So any disappointment, any difficulty, you are stronger than it. Okay, I learned this when I wrote Life Remixed. All right, it's all in my book. Please grab yourself a copy. I still get so many. It's a year later since it got released. So many people reach out to me just saying it's changing their lives, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, how they're approaching things. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm so grateful to every single person who reads, reviews, and supports and comes into the client group. It's fantastic, the coaching client group. So when you choose to believe, you'll always be guided to where you're meant to be. When you choose to believe that information that I've just been sharing, you just have to believe that life happens for you, not to you. Honestly, try it. You will like it. You will like it. Well, I decided to stop fighting and just went, yeah, okay, I accept where I am when I was bankrupt in my mum's spare room. I said, okay, I've got my health back after the disease. Okay, let's go again. I stopped fighting, and it works. It absolutely works. So trust me, give it a go. Stop fighting. Start accepting. You'll feel so much better. So much better. Here we go. I've got a lovely message from a LinkedIn user. I love this. Surrender and take the path of least resistance is one of the lessons that took me years to learn. Yes, me as well. Me as well. It's much easier now going with the flow when those sad, mad, glad emotions arise. Exactly right. Exactly right. Acceptance is absolutely the key. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Dave is watching. Here's Dave. Everything happens for a reason. There's good in every situation. We just need to look for it. Sometimes we need to look a bit deeper. You know, sometimes we have to look a little bit harder and gets us moving in the right direction. But it's there. Absolutely, it is there. The information is there. Monday morning motivation is the only thing that gets me up on a Monday morning. That's a beauty. That's an absolute beauty. So many of you watching across all of our platforms. Really appreciate every one of you here. We've got Stacey, Tony, who else have we got? Diana and Leslie. We've got Wes, Gav, Julie, Justine. Good, big love to every single one of you. So many of you making comments, and I can't see you on the actual stream, but I can see you on my personal profile. There's loads of you watching. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful to have this audience and this group of people that are all on this journey now. And every single one of them is getting success in their own right. It's fantastic. There's so many more exciting things to come as well. It's brilliant. Things that I want to shout about. Obviously, 5 days to remix your life is now on my website. You can actually get on there. You can buy it. You can have it for your entire life. So it's there. 5 days to remix your life. Jump on this website, buy it, share it with your friends. The link to buy, of course, and then get more people involved, because it certainly changed my life, and I know it's changed many of yours as well. So that is on the website. Just go to markwilkinsonofficial.com. You can find the link on there as well. 5 days to remix your life is the course that's up there. You can buy it. Other amazing things that are going on. We've done all new coaching packages. So if you go to markwilkinsonofficial.com, go to life and business coaching. There's a whole page there of all of the coaching packages that we're offering going forward into the rest of the 2020s, which is fantastic. You don't need to fear. You do need to step up and go for it. You absolutely need to go for it. Runaway Love, my new track with Rita Campbell and Michele Chiavarini. That is riding high in the Soulful House charts on Traxsource at number 16. We'd love to reach the top 10. We'd love to reach the top 10. Please do buy yourself a copy on Traxsource. Just go to the Soulful House charts, and we're number 16 at the moment, sitting there. We'd love you to support us on that. I've done a new top 10 as well on Traxsource of tracks that are moving my soul at the moment, which I'll share. And of course, so many other things. Making tracks with Danny Rampling tomorrow, back in the studio. I've been listed now on the Life Coach Directory of the UK, which gets 1 million hits a day or more. So I'm listed on there now. So that's great. Thank you to those guys for helping and supporting that journey and getting me on the Life Coach Directory. I want to say a huge congratulations to 2 sports teams over the weekend. One of them, Nottingham Forest. My good friend Jason Anker, MBE, big Nottingham Forest fan, found himself at Wembley. They've got promoted back to the Premier League. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful for Jason and everyone up there in that area of Nottingham, etc. Really pleased for them. And Real Madrid, of course. Must thank Real Madrid for, must congratulate Real Madrid, I should say, for their amazing their amazing performance at the weekend. And congratulations, 14 European Cups. Eh? How amazing is that? Some more messages coming in as well. Morning all, big love. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. More people watching online. So many comments coming in on my personal profile as well as all the other ones that are there. Yeah, so other things that are going on. Dave, 6 points next year, easy for Leicester City. I'm sure he's talking about there. So other things that are going on. The Life Remix live dance tent at One Love Festival in August is really taking shape. So much work going on in the background for One Love, I should say. But Life Remix live dance tent is there for the weekend, which is amazing. This weekend coming, Emma and I are going to be going away. Our Life Remix coaching clients club together bought us a beautiful voucher for a weekend at Spa, so we're doing that. So thank you to every one of you guys watching. Emma and I will be taking advantage of that. I know you did that back in February, and we're finally going to use that, which is amazing this weekend. Also, huge news: Diana Hilton's book is coming out. One of my coaching clients has been with me for about 18 months or so. She is finally releasing her book. What an amazing piece of work it is. I've written the afterwords to the book, and we're going to interview Diana live on the 15th of June. So mark that in your calendars. 15th of June, Wednesday night, 15th of June at 8 p.m. Diana will be live with me, and we'll be talking about her book, which gets released on the 21st of June as well, and that's the day that Diana also leaves her job. She leaves the Just Over Broke, so that's going to be absolutely wonderful. And what other news? Oh yeah, I was the MC to 400 people at a large event at the Connaught Rooms in London last week, so I was the voice of God. Literally. So I'd like to thank Emma and Bamboo Events for booking me as the MC for the 400-person conference. It really was great. I loved it. Another opportunity to hone my public speaking skills and keep putting that out there. And also as well, remember to mark your diary for October the 8th. We will be doing another Life Remix live, looking at different options for that, but it's going to be a great weekend, whatever happens. So mark that in your diary, please. And we'd love to see as many of you there as possible. We've raised over £5,100 for charity already from the 2 lives that we've done, which is marvellous for Bobby and Steve and for NAS. Thank you for everyone for contributing. Really, big or small, doesn't matter. Just really, really beautiful. We've got the Bobby and Steve collection over here as well. And that is ongoing, and we'll be doing that again in October. It's so important to raise money for Steve, of course, for his ongoing care. Kev Pollitt is doing a long walk, raising another £1,000, thanks to Tom Wallace, who raised a few £100. Thank you, Tom. Really, really, really wonderful. It's so many people now. There's a community, there's a buzz, there's a real vibe of everyone working together to do something really, really, really beautiful. And we want to keep going. We're going to keep going. This is not an option now. It's a Life Remixed. It's an ongoing thing that we just keep doing, because it's bringing joy to so many people, and it's helping so many people as well. So, like I say to you, Monday Motivation. What a great, what a great thing to do for yourselves. It buzzes me up, gets me going. I'm ready for the week now. I hope all of you guys are ready for the week as well. Please do share this further and further around in your diaries. Someone's saying, oh yeah, have a lovely weekend. Yes, thank you, we will. We're going to use our voucher from the coaching clients. They gave us that. That's beautiful. Yeah, can't wait for Diana's book. Yeah, there's another one. Beautiful stuff. One Love Festival is in the calendar. That's the 12th to the 14th of August. Reggae and house music, and the Life Remix live dance tent will be there, of course. And big love to Steve. Just says Bobby and Steve. Yeah, 100%, mate. Big support for Bobby and Steve. We're doing everything we can. We want to do more. We want to help more. We want to get people growing further and further and further, and do more and more positive things in the world, because it really is a great thing to do, to help as much as possible. And I don't know if you saw the pictures of Steve with his wife celebrating their wedding anniversary just the other day, but he looked better. He looked so much better. He looked very, very, there. There's no doubt about the fact that Steve is there, and people have come back from this. So we're hoping and praying and doing all the positive stuff that we possibly can. So look, it's a great Monday motivation. I'm enjoying it. I've got the Life Remix group coaching client call is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. after the studio. So I'll be in the studio all day with Danny Raplin, and then I'll be doing the Life Remix live coaching client group, which will be amazing. And remember, even if you're not in the group, you can get onto my website, markwilkinsonofficial.com. 5 days to remix your life is there. Less than 50 quid. You can have it for the rest of your life and just watch it over and over and over again. And please remember, repetition is mastery. Okay. The more you repeat something, I was talking to a client the other day about learning a new language. What I'm teaching is learning to speak positive. All right. If I was learning to speak Spanish with you, if I was learning to speak Spanish, we would repeat the same word over, or the same phrase over, and we would repeat and repeat and repeat until we could speak. After 12 months, we'd be able to speak Spanish to each other, because that takes time. Well, we're learning to speak positive, and we're learning victim words and how not to use those, and power words, how to use those, and to get ourselves into a much, much better place. Go on a negativity fast, switch all that off. You don't need it in your lives. Focus on your lives, focus on the positive. That's what you can affect. So do something good with the time that you've got on this planet, because it's not a long journey, right? It's not a long time, really. 100 years goes pretty quick. So I want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful short week here in the UK. Remember that, short week in the UK, and then a nice Jubilee weekend. I'm absolutely buzzing to see each and every one of you as soon as we could possibly get together again, whether it's online or whether it's in person. But keep smiling, stay positive. Thank you for being here. Big love for the Monday motivation, and